I'm gonna go ahead and reset that chat poll. Let's go ahead and tell us who you think is gonna win Game 2 of the bronze match of Clash of Comrades July Joust. ClassicMetal going for best of 5, yes. Deadbones going for the same build. ClassicMetal going for skunks and moles. Was a sniper balloon this time.
Deadbones is going for Badger this time. He was going to go with Boar, but he's decided to go with Badger. That's interesting. And ClassicMetal's going for Mole this time, and I think maybe he wants to copy Deadbones a bit more. He's seen how powerful that Scroll Mole push can be, or maybe he's had something else like he's been working on. He wants to try this out against Deadbones. I don't know. I don't know what's going through any of these players' heads, but I assume ClassicMetal was shaken up a little bit after that loss just then.
Alright, and the Twitch chat believes in ClassicMetal. Lots of energy going to ClassicMetal right now, as the vote is about 2/3 in favor of ClassicMetal. We'll see if he can live up to their expectations as the underdog, taking out Deadbones, who of course has 1,000 hours in this game. Go ahead and turn on that dual commander visibility for you. Deadbones doesn't have some excellent expansions in terms of his beloved secret base strategy. He does have a couple options, maybe off to that golden base. See what he decides to do. Otherwise,
he hasn't had the greatest maps for it in these semis and quarters. So unfortunately, Deadbones hasn't been able to use his little ace up his sleeve.
See 7 farm Warren for both players yet again. Both going squirrels. You can see that food total is going up identically right now. Good players have their timings down. I think Deadbones has the advantage in terms of early gameplay and expansions with that base up on the high ground. He's going to be able to shut down any kind of rush or early push and take those bases to expand fairly easily. Whereas ClassicMetal is going to have to work a little bit harder. He does have that nice tower base in the east.
Yeah, I don't think either player is going to be too starved for expansions, although I think ClassicMetal is a little bit more in danger of being forced into an enclosed situation. Not necessarily an contain, but he could be forced and pressured out by Deadbones, who is again going for that Squirrel Mole strategy that does put a lot of pressure on your opponent.
8 farms each. ClassicMetal throwing down a Skunk Warren. Just going to do great against those early squirrels. Will it be enough, though, to counteract those moles that are going to tank shots from the squirrels? Deadbones going for that expansion. Nice, easy, natural base.
And he's also going with more squirrels, so he's just going to do the same thing he did last game of build up a mass of squirrels and push in with those moles, it looks like. He is putting down a few more farms, so maybe he's going to just have some insurance on the longer game, or maybe he is going to focus on the longer game. We don't know. ClassicMetal has got his first skunk out, and that is going to be very strong versus all these squirrels.
Is ClassicMetal getting his own expansion there? Of course, Deadbones a little bit ahead, but here comes ClassicMetal in. Maybe not quite timed perfectly. That mole is going to tank a few shots. The skunk running to the front gets taken down without firing. Oh, it fired one shot, but it's hidden behind there.
Once.
One
and
shot.
Now that second skunk comes in and gets completely taken out. That was a big mistake for ClassicMetal in it. He tried to take Deadbones out. He took Deadbones out and then pushed in for an attack. But Deadbones came in the nick of time. Came on in and just regrouped his army and completely stomped ClassicMetal there.
He was able to take out that skunk before it got down a lot of skunk fog from its cannon there. So a blow for ClassicMetal. 13 farms to ClassicMetal's 11. ClassicMetal's going to come in and try to do the same thing. Is he going to be foiled the exact same way? He doesn't have skunks this time. He's going to back off, losing a couple of squirrels as he goes. Deadbones.
He does manage to pick off that mole that Deadbones had at the front, but that just bought him Deadbones time, really. It bought him time to get his army into position and force ClassicMetal out. ClassicMetal's focusing on those skunks right now. He's got 2 of them out, but Deadbones has ferrets, which can be really strong if ClassicMetal decides to keep going with this strategy of kind of waiting and then just going for an attack.
Yeah, coming in waves that aren't very successful. He doesn't know about that sniper balloon yet. It's going to start picking away at the squirrels. And it's going to start taking out some of the... Oh no. Disaster for ClassicMetal. Both skunks getting taken out. And this looks like a very strong position for Deadbones to be in. Starting to take out Warren after Warren, those ferrets hammering in from the back. ClassicMetal's
Yeah,
in
with
a
those
lot of
ferrets at
trouble.
the back of the army, we've seen a lot of the experienced players do this, where they just have the ferrets at the back of the army, not necessarily for taking down defenses, but just for constantly hammering down massive fire. That's 10 damage every 2 seconds if they hit. That's a 5 DPS. That's nothing to be taken lightly.
ClassicMetal on 13 farms, Deadbones on 16. Again and again, Deadbones has been winning these small engagements, and ClassicMetal's only got Squirrel Warrens out right now. Only 2 of them, 4 moles out. It's not going to be enough against Deadbones. 12 squirrels, going up to 18, along with 2 moles and some ferrets to back up. Look at him hammering away at the main of ClassicMetal. Look at this graph. Deadbones is pulled very far ahead in terms of army value. Ahead in military structures and ahead in economy. He's ahead in everything.
So Deadbones is placing down a lot more moles now. He's just going to go in for a final push on ClassicMetal's last base. And ClassicMetal comes in desperately, tries to take down anything. And there we go.
So Deadbones taking game 2 of the bronze match here. Will he be able to sweep this bronze match series?